Hello, boys and girls. This video is going to talk about no BCD, which means we're going to look at what it means to BCD and why we should always work to eliminate or get rid of BCD because it is never going to help us. It is never going to get us an outcome we're going for. And in fact, if any of us are doing BCD, chances are you're making a situation worse or making the event worse. Now, this is not an easy thing to do. Okay, not for anyone, not for students, not for adults, anyone. It can be very difficult, but it is something that you have to learn to be able to recognize when you are doing BCD. So that way you can press pause and then figure out a better response to help you get the outcome that you want. So, what does BCD stand for? Well, the B stands for blaming, the C stands for complaining, and the D stands for defending. So, as we talk about this, I want you to think about if what the actual response is. So, that R and E plus R equals O. And if that R is blame or complain or defend, think about what outcome that's going to get you or not going to get you. So I'm going to go through each of those a little more specifically so we can understand what it means to blame, complain, and defend. So we're going to start with the B, which is to blame. And blaming another person or something else for not getting the outcome you want. Okay. And sometimes this will happen. Let me give you an example. Maybe people are playing a basketball game and they start saying, well, we didn't win the game because the referees were cheating for the other team. Well, I'm going to guess before the game started, they had an outcome of trying to win the game. If they start blaming the referees, is that going to help them win the basketball game? Is that going to help them make more baskets, score more points, or stop the other team by blaming the referees? No, it's not going to do anything to get them closer to that outcome of trying to win the game. So what do they need to do? Press pause, stop blaming, and then focus on what can we do? How can we respond to score more points than the other team? Let's move on to C. Well, C stands for complain. And complaining and was you mope or whine about not getting the outcome you want. It's not fair. Okay. So, an example, I never win at this game. It's not fair. I don't think it's fun. I don't like this game, anyways. Well, if you started playing a game, let's say you're playing the board game Trouble, and you have the outcome of wanting to win. Well, if I want to win, that's my outcome. And my response is, well, I never win at this game. It's not fair. Does that get me any closer to winning? Well, I don't think it's fun. Does that get me any closer to winning? I don't like this game anyways. Does that get me closer to winning? No, that complaining as a response is not doing anything to help get me closer to my outcome. So I need to change that response, adjust and adapt. D is for defend. Defending is when you explain why your response was the best response, even when you don't get the outcome you want. So an example could be, I know we didn't win the game, but there's nothing I could have done different or done better. So you could be someone that says, I did everything I could, but we didn't win. Well, if your outcome was to win the game, maybe there is something you could have done better because you did not get that outcome. So instead of defending and saying, I did all that I could as your response, adjust, adapt. Maybe I need to practice more. Maybe I need to work harder during the game. Maybe there's some things I need to improve at. So there could be a lot of different responses other than defending that will help you get to the outcome that you want. Okay, so as we get back to the beginning here and we talk about no BCD, I'll give one more example. In another video that I did, I talked about trying to tie your shoe. Okay, so let's think about the adjustments that are adapting that we can do to get the outcome of learning to tie my shoe. I could be trying the one loop method, and then I start blaming someone else, blame my parents. You didn't teach me the right way to tie my shoe. Did that just help me learn how to tie my shoe by blaming them? Nope, I don't think that got me to the outcome. Or how about let's try complaining. So I'm trying the one loop method and I want to tie my shoe and I can't do it. Well, this isn't right. I'll never get it. I can't believe I don't know how to tie my shoe. What did that complaining all of a sudden tie my shoe for me? It did not. Well, let's try defending. I try the one loop method to tie my shoe. It doesn't work. Oh, but I did everything I could. I did it right. Did saying that make my shoe get tight all of a sudden? It did not. So, boys and girls, you understand that BCD will not get you to the outcome that you want. If you catch yourself doing BCD, adjust and adapt.